You're also an innovator there.
Yeah, I played a lot of video games.
You think about like StarCraft, any game where
You know, it really feels insulting to people that spend their hours and time and dedication playing this and getting good at it. Like, to him, it's like, oh, it means nothing. I don't know, it really pisses me off a little bit, you know? Like, come on, man. So, for those that do not know, Elon Musk on Twitter has been posting for a while about how he's a top gamer. And a lot of I am not a big fan of the guy. Say what you will. For me, I used to think he was alright, and then he bought Twitter, and it felt like ever since he got Twitter, he's just been doing stuff that kind of exposes him as not being the genius billionaire that he says he is. But one of the things that I always thought is undisprovable is, that he's the gaming records. I'm like, okay, but being top 7 in one of these super hard games is something you can't just get without being at least a little bit smart. Well, let's watch this video because I was actually with mouth agape.
Wait a little bit longer before fully diving in on this, but I've talked about it on stream, tickling the subject here and there, with Elon Musk's weirdest lie so far about being a Path of Exile 2 top
Path
player.
of Exile. Someone gifted me this game, and I've never played it, not out of lack of thankfulness for the gift, but out of pure fear. Because I've seen this game is so hard to get into, such a grindy game. I am genuinely scared. Maybe I'll try it. Maybe I'll try it after this. But it's about a Path of Exile 2.
For as long as I can remember, Elon has always touted himself as basically a gaming god, where anytime he picks up the sticks, he becomes one of the best to ever do it. And he's been trying that with Path of Exile 2, puffing out his chest, popping his collar, letting people know that he has one of the top characters in the game.
Yeah, one of the top characters. Path of Exile 2, wow, I knew about the Diablo one. Well, let's watch this video. Because, I actually had some respect for it. I was like, damn, being a top at one of the games like this, at least, you gotta work a lot for that.
Which he does, except it's very clear from the live stream he did, it's not actually his character. He has one or a team of people that actually pilot this character, and they just give him permission to go on the account to
No,
flex.
mom, no. You'll do theirs. Okay, again, I haven't even watched the full video, but only the beginning, I was like, this is not... Again, I'm not gonna say anything more. The skill tree is so simple. Skill tree! You miss kill forest, bitch! That's a skill forest! Not a skill 3! That's great. Yo. Okay, maybe I'll play it once for the jokes.
It's not a hurricane machine conspiracy theory. It is beyond a shadow of a doubt true that Elon Musk does not play this game. His account that he showed is definitely not played by him. And it's very clear through the live stream, which we'll go through in a moment, because Quinn made a great video breaking it all down to show just how
Reactionception.
So let's start off with some context. Elon Musk's character is currently level 97, aka
Top
rank
12 in the world, chat. Top 12 in the entire world. This is the kind of thing that is like, whoa.
Hardcore.
Even I was
permanent
whoa.
death mode. Currently, what is their highest ranked player? They're level 97, same as Elon Musk. So, I mean, he effectively has been playing, pretty much just doing nothing except playing Path of Exile. So let's just go over some of the things that happened.
The reason I wanted to wait a little longer before diving into the spaghetti and meatballs of this is because I wanted to see Elon's response to it, because I know he's seen it. He is more addicted to social media than an Overwatch gooner. He is glued to this shit 24/7, so I am confident he is well aware that the entire gaming community is privy to his fraudulent claims of being one of the top Path of Exile players. And I just wanted to see, his responses are always glorious. It's always the most cringe shit imaginable, where he posts like an AI photo of Iron Man. I am Irony Man. You call yourself the Joker.
Oh my god.
You can't take a
Dude,
joke.
I still remember when he posted a let that sink in meme. I'm like, oh man. I'm like, oh, dude. I'm like, oh, okay, dude. Okay, dude. Thank you for the follow.
Ironic. And I wanted to see him do some garbage like that for this, but he hasn't yet, and I just really want to talk about it, because it is so clownish.
And he opens up his bank, and he goes to a tab called Elon's Maps. which immediately is a little bit of a red flag because I don't know why you would refer to yourself in third person,
Peculiar.
but okay, he does that. He then proceeds to walk up to his map device and go to put a map in. The literal first thing you learn upon getting to the end game is how to operate this map device. You're going to start off at a node, and then from that
See,
node...
this is why I'm scared of Path of Exile. I mean, yeah, you know, I have no idea. I would probably be just as clueless in doing this. But when you were supposedly 12th in the world, I think there is no excuse for not doing the most optimized clicks at every second. You know, like when you're level 12, like top 12 in the entire world, there is genuinely no excuse for not every single click you make being the most optimal one ever. And it gets like there's a lot more proof than him just like fumbling around the map.
And go to adjacent connected maps. Now, Elon, he's trying to click...
Oh, he's trying to do the map that's not in the chain.
He's just clicking a map repeatedly.
To be fair, I think even I... Chat, you know that... Even I realize that this is not something you can click. Because it's gray! If it's glowing, you can click. If it's gray, you don't click. I've never played this game. Never, ever have I ever played this game. But that looks like something that is not unlocked because it's gray. No, like that is basic gamer rules. Path of Exile is easy. Don't worry about messing up your first character. Oh my god.
He was not eligible to enter that map.
I just want you guys to understand, this is one of the highest level hardcore characters in the game. He would have
keeps trying to
played
click it.
thousands of maps at this point.
I don't know how many of you have ever subjected yourself to the torture of trying to watch an Elon Musk stream, but they are agonizing when he tries to stream a game. Because it's like 30 minutes of actual nothing burgers where he will sit there AFK and all you get is just background noise. The banging of pans.
I mean,
sounds like shit.
when you're not used to streaming, a lot of times it will be a lot of silence, you know, that's whatever, but like, still, you know, I think the faking the gaming is the worst part of it, but...
Falling over, it's like listening to Legos exploding.
You know, like...
And then he'll like occasionally talk. And he's still doing nothing.
Not a streamer,
and then
he's
maybe
not
he'll
trying to
do,
be entertaining or anything,
briefly
but
one
still.
map. Watching Snoop Dogg stream when he left and just left it running for like a day was more entertaining
I
than
remember
trying to...
that. Yeah, again, same type of thing. You know, Snoop Dogg, he's not like a streamer. Of course, his streams are gonna be actual ass. A lot of stuff you just learn. Like when I started streaming, it would be just a lot of just kind of sitting there and basically not doing much. But still, yeah.
Sit through an Elon Musk Twitter stream. They're fucking brutal. So Quinn going through this cut out a lot of that. And when he's actually trying to play the game, he doesn't know what he's doing. So what he's showing here is he has that tab called Elon's Maps, which is a weird thing to do, but he's a quirky guy.
You could, yeah,
maybe he refers to himself in the third person. You could maybe try and conjure up some kind of argument there because he is just so peculiar as an individual that he would do that. But the big smoking gun in this intro is that he doesn't even know how to use the in-game map. He doesn't know what he's doing. Like, I'm not even to that point in the game, yet looking at that map, I can tell you what is and is not accessible.
Yeah,
just to the basic
like, I've not played a game, but if it's gray and not bright, usually it means you don't have it.
How games work. He is clicking on a grayed out node. He is repeatedly clicking on it, expecting something different to happen. It's fucking grayed out, goofball. You clearly can't go there yet. But
calling Elon Musk goofball is just... Yo, calling the richest man in the world goofball. Grandpa Gamer, the thing is, chat, you know what this baffles me? There's nothing wrong with that, being a grandpa gamer. It's whatever. It's the lying. Like, you could just be like, yeah, I don't really get it. You know, I'm not that good at games, but I'm trying. I'm trying to connect with the youth and play games. And that would be a billion times more respectable than having someone boost your character at top 12 in the world. And I think, to me, and this will become increasingly obvious through this video, but to me, what is the most baffling is the full confidence. You know, it feels like it's almost a disrespectful level of confidence to go in this game where you haven't played this game ever. You have a top ranked character. The level of confidence to think that you're gonna be able to effectively fool people into thinking Like, it's just, it screams of disrespect of being like, oh, it's a little baby video game. Why would there be any type of skill or brain power in a puny little video game? It's beneath me. Like, you know.
He doesn't understand it.
The people
Anyone
that
is
he's
level-
trying to convince haven't played a game either. Okay, but like, did he really not expect that any Path of Exile player was gonna see this? You know, it's like there's gonna be Path of Exile players that are gonna be like, yo, Elon is the 12th in Path of Exile. Let's see it. You know, just like the level of thinking doesn't make sense to me.
97 is, and you know, we're talking one of the most efficient
And it gets so much
players
worse than
in the
this,
game,
than just not
period.
clicking a gray node.
There is no way you would do that. Why just like sitting there like some sort of geriatric old man clicking this node, expecting something to happen.
Again, I
and
feel
then
like
you
this
finally-
is excusable. You know, you could say he's on a stream and he's overwhelmed. Streaming does make you overwhelmed. I will say sometimes I do stuff that makes no sense because I'm on stream and I'm focusing on 3 other things. So this is still excusable. I will say excusable so far.
kind of gives up after a while and then realizes his mistake. We then get a look at his inventory. So Elon Musk is stuck going into the map and with full bags. If you're an efficient player, you're going to clear a map, you're going to loot the valuable items.
And you're gonna sell the trash, keep the good stuff, salvage the bad stuff. Everyone
Now, you
knows
see,
that. It's not just
this
being an
is
efficient
something
player, it's just being
I know by playing Minecraft. When you go mining, you don't go in with a full inventory. I don't need to be a Path of Exile player. I played Minecraft. You know, just such basic stuff, man.
being a player in general. Elon Musk goes into it with a full inventory. You don't have to be a Path of Exile player to
Exactly.
know that that's pretty stupid. If you're playing a game that revolves around getting loot, why would you go in with no ability of collecting loot? It doesn't make sense. Unless, of course, you're Elon, who doesn't actually play the game and can't wrap his head around that concept.
That's why
that
I think the Diablo one has to be fake as well. No chat. Like, how can he be top 7 at Diablo and then not have a grasp of these basic concepts? I just, it's actually crazy that no one's called it out until now.
having a full inventory kind of defeats the whole purpose. You'd want to get rid of your trash, or if all of that is just treasure, just absolute beautiful loot you don't want to part with, you'd put it in your stash. You wouldn't
Yeah,
take
in
it into
your
the map
Minecraft
with you
chest.
because you need the space in your inventory. That is like actual basics. And he's already failing on the most fundamental aspects of playing not only this game, but any games even similar
Minecraft!
to it. It's actually
Shout
a
out
rookie
Minecraft.
mistake that I myself was making when I was first starting this game, where I was just taking unnecessary shit with me. I didn't realize just how quick and easy it was to just go store it or sell it. You can just click a single button, it'll make a portal to the town, and you can just sell it and then go right back through that portal to where you were. You don't lose any time or anything. It's not a hassle or a chore. And it's something that once you start playing the game, you become privy to. But Elon Musk doesn't really play this game, it seems. Yet,
I feel like no one has called it out because no one cares. No, I don't have to disagree with that. It was a very big thing on Twitter. Like, before this video, I knew that Elon Musk was top 7 in Diablo. And I was like, damn, I can say what I will about him being incompetent at managing Twitter, but that's still an accomplishment that money can't buy, right? Because it's not a pay-to-win game. From what I know, Diablo's not a pay-to-win game. So I was like, damn, that's an accomplishment money can buy. I have to respect that. But now it's like, this has gotten super big. This video has like 3 million views and it was posted a couple days ago. I feel like this has become pretty big. I don't know.
somehow has one of the top accounts in the whole fucking hardcore space. How odd.
So what I'm doing here is just boosting my shield before battle via meditation. Meditation before battle is always good.
And he starts killing monsters. He starts obliterating monsters with his character. But what becomes obviously apparent...
Chaos Orb, no loot filter.
Filters, he's just running past Chaos Orbs. He just ran past the Chaos Orb.
Chaos Orbs are one of the most important currencies, and they're also really rare. I have about 140 Exalts. I have like 9 Chaos Orbs, just so you guys understand.
Again, how did he think no one would catch on? Just don't stream the game. Like, how do you think that? It baffles me. Money can buy absolutely everything. Apparently, it can't buy skill. Money can't buy gaming skill. You can pay someone to boost your account. You can't pay yourself to be better at it.
This fucking goober doesn't even have the wherewithal to loot one of the most valuable currencies in the game with a Chaos Orb. So I'm 30 hours deep. I've seen one. I've seen one in 30 hours. And he just runs right by it. He doesn't know
Chaos
the
Orbs.
game.
Well, now I know. If I play Path of Exile, now I know that I need to look out for Chaos Orbs. Actual painful to watch. I imagine for actual Path of Exile players, this is like, you know, like getting stabbed. He was locked in. Yeah, man, he was locked in.
All. The only thing he loots are completely meaningless waystones. They're not fully meaningless, but for where he's at in the game, it's not what you'd be prioritizing for loot. But the reason he's clicking
Again,
the
you know,
waystone...
I will say at this point, you can still say it's excusable. Yeah, he left one of the most important, like, rare items in the game, but again, it could be equated with streaming, being a bit nervous, you know, so far, you can still say, like, so far, it's still a bit of excuses. You can be like, yeah, he's streaming, he doesn't know, but then, the chat, I'm telling you, it just keeps getting worse in the video. That's why I keep saying this.
because those are what's highlighted. Meanwhile, Chaos Orb wasn't highlighted, so in Elon Musk's little, like, caveman brain, not shiny, not need. So he just ignores it. He doesn't know the game.
It's unfathomable for someone.
Oh no, chill. What the... Chat, is this... is this how the game really is, bro? Holy shit, that's so much loot. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, that's why they have loot filters. No, that's insane.
To be in the top ranks without loot filter. Yet Elon Musk, the god gamer, he doesn't play with loot
He's
filter.
in console,
The only
it's
thing
a
Elon
joke.
does pick up are maps, because the default in-game loot filter highlights those. Those things are worthless. The actual items of value that he should be picking up, that he would have had to pick up in order to get the gear, leave it on the ground. He gets to the boss, he's fighting the boss, and I want to say for about 10 seconds, he sits there and he's out of mana. Mana is a resource in this game where...
Again, very basic gaming concept. I know how that works just from playing, like, Elden Ring. You have the blue bar, and when you run out of the blue bar, when you have a mage build, ew, yikers, mage build, but you pop a mana flask.
In order to use your abilities. He just sits there, default attacking the boss without activating his mana flask. Anyone who's played the game and understands the character would understand, like, oh, I'm not doing any damage because I'm out of mana.
There's no explanation for him being bad at this character at this level. If he was the one that has been piloting it this whole journey, he would have mastered it. And what Quinn is pointing out is that he clearly hasn't. You can tell from his gameplay. When he's fighting this boss here, he is out of mana for an inexcusably long period of time. In Path of Exile 2, if you go out of mana, if you play League of Legends, you can immediately pop a mana flask and get it back to continue optimizing your DPS. He doesn't do that. His character is juiced out the wazoo, so he's able to get away with being so dog shit. But the fact that he doesn't pop his mana flask for like 10 seconds is crazy to me. And anybody who plays the game. It's not him being some kind of chess master galaxy braining this where he's being frugal with his mana. Well, actually, I made a calculation that it would be suboptimal if I had popped one of my fucking 20 mana flasks at this moment because...
Yes, we're doing a reactception. I'm reacting to a man, reacting to a man, reacting to a man. I am indeed. And reacting, oh my god, wait, because the Queen guy is reacting to Elon, Moist is reacting to the Queen guy reacting to Elon, and I'm reacting to Moist reacting to the Queen guy reacting to Elon. Okay, it is super reactception, okay, but this is, I told you, this react is from my heart, okay, I just was watching this, and I think this is about as far I got in the video. Before I was like, okay, I'll keep this for stream. So the rest of this is unknown territory, but by this point I was like, holy shit, this is crazy. Because I really believe that, you know,
well, 5 steps ahead of
it
you.
was the one thing I had some respect for to that man. I was like, okay, you know, say what you will, but like being good in games, that's not something you can buy.
It's just
apparently you can.
Bad. It's him being bad at this character because it's not really his character. Whoever is piloting this account behind the scenes and boosting it lets Elon go on and do these really easy maps where even when he's super shit, he can get away with being bad and not be punished for it.
Oh, wait, is that why it's Elon's maps? Wait! So the booster picked Elon's maps, picked like specifically easy ones? Yo!
He then goes on to loot items off the ground. He starts dragging them into his bag. Like, I don't even know how to describe to you how painful that is to anyone who actually plays the game. And his bags are full, and he just keeps...
Dude, again, I've never played this game. That still hurts.
clicking it over and over and over again. Nobody, not even people who are kind of noobs at the game, do this. I don't even think Elon Musk has done the campaign, honestly.
I also don't think he's finished the campaign, and I'm gonna go a step further.
It gets more and more inexcusable. Like, at first it's, yeah, maybe he named Elon's maps as a third-person thing. Then, yeah, maybe he's a bit shy because he's on stream. Then, yeah, maybe he's distracted. But then it keeps getting worse and worse and worse.
I don't think he has ever really played an ARPG to a high level at all, including Diablo.
Yeah.
Nobody, I mean actually nobody, is going to drag their loot into their bag once they spend any amount of hours in Path of Exile or Diablo or anything. No one's going to be doing that. That is a mistake that only your grandpappy would make if you sat him down to play this game.
Again, I feel like that would be more respectable if he was just like trying to play these games, because there's no billionaire out there that is playing video games or streaming. That would still be something, you know. But no, he has to be the best. No, he has to like be like, oh, I'm the best at this. No, goddamn.
Slowly drag in the loot. Nobody fucking does that. So I really question the authenticity of his claims of being one of the top Diablo players through his own sheer blood, sweat, tears, and elbow grease and cum. I think something similar has been happening for him on Diablo, where he has people behind the scenes playing the game for him, and then he just goes on occasionally to do a couple maps to flex on Twitter streams.
You're also an innovator there.
Yeah, I played a lot of video games.
You think about like StarCraft, any game where
Again, it's just disrespectful to gamers. I will say, it's stolen valor, man. I feel like Elon really lost the gamers on this. Like, genuinely. It's a bit like insulting, no? To think that, you know, simply because you're yourself, you can just go and play a game, like a very hard game at the highest level and have no one... Like, I feel he's just insulted by the fact that he really thought no one would notice. You know, it really feels insulting to people that spend their hours and time and dedication playing this and getting good at it. Really, like, to him, it's like, oh, it means nothing. I don't know, it really pisses me off a little bit, you know? Like, come on, man.
a lot of people are playing. To rise to the top, you have to be exceptional.
Oh my God.
Period. As a human being.
Yeah.
There has to be something exceptional about you.
Yeah.
Are you in the top 20 in the world or the top 20 wow, in Diablo?
Yeah.
A ton of people...
I don't like this. He really thinks everybody else is an idiot. Yeah, it's insulting, man. It's insulting. Holy shit. Holy shit, bro. Holy shit, no mames. God damn, man.
People are calling this into question now after watching the Path of Exile stream, because those are transferable skills. If you're really good at Diablo, you should at least be pretty good at Path of Exile. And he's just not. And he lacks the basic understanding of ARPG fundamentals. So how the fuck could he be one of the top Diablo players and be this clueless for Path of Exile? It just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't compute.
His settings on the map transparency are turned on by default. His life values
Again, this is
are
nerd
turned
shit
on.
that I don't know.
All these basic settings that anyone in the top 100 would do, he is not doing. Maps can effectively have different content on them, and that content will be signified by
Crazy
icons
how
on the
complex
map.
this
So
game
it
is.
could be a
Again,
map
it makes me have respect for people that actually are top ranked, because there's just so many things that go into it.
which has an expedition in it, a breach in it, or it could be corrupted. Elon starts looking for the Atlas, and he finds a map with, I kid you not, 4 things on it.
There are 4 things there, so this one has no real risk of dying.
Okay, that's something I would do. Just calling it 4 things. You know, sometimes you don't want to say words. I think it's already been proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that he doesn't know this character. But 4 things, I stay behind 4 things.
Things. What are those things?
4 things.
4 things. It's 4 things, dude.
You can't just write this off as him being lazy and trying to put it in layman's
Four
terms, because
things.
this stream of him
I
flexing
like
his
4
Path
things.
of Exile 2 achievements isn't made for, you know, your uncle
4
or something
things.
who's a big Elon meat swallower. This is like specifically catered to gamers. So it makes no sense that he would just write that off as just 4 things. And also, his settings make no sense for someone in the top 100. No loot filter and all of the basics still on. That's how
It's
play.
like saying I got 500 money. Dude, I say that all the time. That's the thing. I do say that I have 5,000 money in Elden Ring. And I beat Concert Radon, pre-nerf, no armor, no buffs, no incantations, no consumable items, no spells, just a sword, no Ash of War, just straight up one hit at a time with my regular sword, straight up, and I call it for money.
And I am nowhere near a top player in Path of Exile 2
it's insulting to gamers.
It doesn't work. That excuse of him just being lazy, it doesn't work. He could not achieve what he has in Path of Exile 2 with these settings and the way he approaches the game. It's clearly just not him that has got the character to this point. He doesn't know what those 4 things are, which is why he calls it that.
He then goes on to say, "I kid you."
This is max difficulty on hardcore. If there's a way to get higher difficulty, I don't know what it is, but this is everything maxed out.
Path of Exile has boss fights and endgame bosses, which are quote-unquote difficult battles, which Elon actually did do on one of his streams, where he just went into the endgame boss and died repeatedly to it. Maps are just farming. You go into maps and you farm them for loot and experience. They're not the most difficult battles, and I don't know if he's trying to deceive
but isn't
people.
it hardcore? Isn't it if you die, it gets deleted? I don't know.
Watching a stream and thinking that he's
Okay, I don't play
doing
this
some
game,
insanely
so I
hard
wouldn't
thing,
know.
whenever he's
But I
literally
trust these
doing
people.
something you do to effectively grind or farm.
Listening to Elon talk about Path of Exile 2 is like listening to the out-of-touch writers in CSI, where they'd have things like, yeah, I have all the top scores in every MMORPG ever. I am elite noob slayer. Like, when they try and relate to gamers, that's Elon with Path of Exile 2. It's such a weird thing to lie about, because this isn't a cool thing to anyone that's not already playing Path of Exile 2, but anyone who plays the game would immediately recognize he's just making shit up.
That's what I'm saying. It's literally an insult to the people that are top ranked in the game, that he thought he could just go in the game and be completely inconspicuous that he's played it before. Like, it genuinely is just insulting. 4 things.
Doesn't actually know what he's doing or saying. And it's just classic Elon. This is a max difficulty Turbo XL Super Arcade. In fact, I'm the only one that's unlocked this difficulty setting. And I just wish it was a little bit harder, because for someone of my intellect, it's just a bit beneath me.
Bro.
But yeah, this is maxed out difficulty on hardcore. You can see I'm breezing through it. I wish I could increase the difficulty a little bit just to stimulate myself a bit more. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm just too good for it. Like, the way he talks about this game, while clearly being clueless on it, he's actually infuriating. I can't fucking stand it.
And Elon Musk starts going over his gear.
This is a great staff, but it's only a level, 62 staff.
His weapon is, I kid you not, one of the best, if not the best staffs on the entire hardcore trade league. You cannot even buy it. Insane weapon.
Not only does Elon have a staff that you can't even buy, but it's so good that second best one, which is missing 2 of what makes a staff so powerful for an invoker, which is the crit and crit bonus, is still 20 divines, and that's obviously very expensive.
Here I am, like, level 95, but my staff is only level 62.
Oh, dude.
That is something that you learn pretty early on into the game, that the actual level of gear isn't the most important part about it. That's just the requirement to equip it. Quinn gave an example
Like,
that...
at this point, it's beyond a shadow of a doubt that he's never played this game. It's funny because I know this not from ever playing Path of Exile. Dude, I played mobile. I played Dragon Raja on the phone. Dragon Raja on the phone is where I learned that the attributes of a gear are more important than the level. If you have... most of the times, I don't know if it's the case in Path of Exile, attributes, you get them randomly from things. So that's why it's so hard to get something that's super kitted out, because attributes, they drop randomly. Doesn't matter the level of the gear, it's the attributes on it, which is crazy, bro. It's, yeah, I'm level 97, and this staff is only 62, but I guess it's alright. Like, dude, I bet in his mind, at that moment, he was cursing his boosters. He was like, oh my god, why did these stupid boosters only give me a level 62 staff? That's crazy, bro. That's actually like that's beyond the shadow. Beyond. If there were still shadows of doubt, there's no more shadows of doubt.
One of the strongest,
It's
most
only light
meta
of
builds
truth.
at the moment uses a weapon that is level 1 requirement.
I
Level
love
1.
to see him trashing for a level 70 staff and no attributes. Holy shit.
If Elon Musk had that on his stream, he would have probably blown a fucking gasket. He would have had a conniption, thinking that his boosters were doing a bad job.
Yeah.
But they're doing such a good job that it has become blatantly obvious that Elon is not the one behind it at all. His weapon is nuts, yet he is fixated on it being level 62, thinking it's beneath him because he's a much higher level.
God
He
damn
doesn't
it.
grasp the concept that it's not the level that makes the weapon good, it's all of the blue stuff there. You
things.
can't
The
reach
things.
this point in the game
It's the
without
things.
that basic understanding. You just can't. He's
That's
talking like
why
he's
I think he's just never played a video game in his life. Like, genuinely. Again, if you played Dragon Raja on the phone, you would have a basic understanding of this. There's no way in hell he's the top in Diablo, just genuinely not. I am just, it's actually baffling. This man has never played a video game in his life, dude.
upgrade his weapon soon. Like, yeah, I need to get myself a better weapon.
It's
one that
stolen
reaches
valor.
my potential at level 95. But for now, this is getting the job done. I'm able to do all of this with such a low-leveled weapon.
Jesus.
It's fucking insanity.
My helmet is level
You
50.
have 73 maximum energy shield, 126% increased energy shield, 35 maximum life, 21 to intelligence, 36% to lightning resistance, 18 plus to chaos resistance. I assume those are good things. I wouldn't know. Bro.
6.
Int, lightning, and chaos resist. Okay. It's only 56.
Amulet level 61. Ring is only level 48.
Oh my god, only level 48. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ring is only level 48, Chad. No. No.
49. At least a level 75 jacket.
It's a
Someone said they interacted with Elon's account and he typed out Chinese. That's crazy.
jacket with the 6 things.
He just knows all languages, chat. He knows. He's a polyglot. Okay. This is making me aggressive and I've never played a game. I know, right? It's crazy. The stolen valor is crazy.
Yeah, tell us how bad the item that only drops from the highest difficulty of the hardest boss. Just tell us that it's only level 52. Did you find this at level 52? That's impressive.
Level 52 here.
They can only ever be level 52. Bro, Elon Musk is a fucking fraud, bro.
Pretty low level compared to my character level, but seems to work pretty well. In softcore, you can get much better equipment.
Seems to work pretty well is an understatement. He is a fucking force of nature with this gear. He is beyond juiced. The
Top
actual
12
pilots
in
of
the
this account
world.
have done an extraordinary
Bro.
job of making an absolute deity with this gear here. And
It
yet Elon
hurts. It
can't
hurts. It
recognize
hurts.
that, 'cause
It's
he's not
the
one that
secondhand
did it.
embarrassment, chat. It's just again, it's making me embarrassed. Again, how can you think that you're gonna be able to just know these things? Oh my god, dude.
He only mentions the item's level, the least important part about items in the game. And once again, the excuse of, oh, he's just being lazy and he's trying to put it in layman's terms so people can understand. People know, like, level 62 versus level 95. Well, no, because that doesn't work because the 62 is extremely good regardless of him being level 95. He could be level 1000 and that level 62 weapon is still going to be fucking unbelievable. He just doesn't understand how the game works. He just doesn't.
The booster who actually farmed is probably unstoppable. Well, of course, he's top 12 in the world. He definitely is unstoppable. There's only 11 people who would probably beat him. So, again, money can buy things that are very good. It's just that you can't actually buy the skill and knowledge that you need to pretend that you did it.
If he didn't want to go into detail on everything for his gear during the stream, that's fine. But he is actively saying that the gear isn't really good because of its level, which is so false, it's laughable. That's why he is...
Again, this is where excuses like, oh, maybe it's because he's streaming, he's distracted, just go out the window. There's no more excuses. Genuinely, 0 excuses left. Booster watching with his hands on the head like, no, don't say that, no, I worked so hard to get that, no.
Giggled at by both Crip and Quinn during this, because he is beyond clueless as to what he's even looking at and what
Again,
he's
I feel like
talking
the
about.
most offensive part is that he thought no one would tell.
And from his gameplay, it seems he doesn't even really know how to play the game itself either. I would wager a guess he's maybe spent a couple of hours actually playing the game, but only like clearing maps. I don't think he has ever picked up a piece of fucking gear in his life or worked on a build or anything at all. I don't think he even knows how to use like skill gems or support gems or anything. I bet if you asked him to bring up like certain things, like explain why this gym is where it is, he would have no clue why. If he brought up his skill tree, he would have no idea what's even on it.
I don't even know what those things are, obviously, because I haven't played the game.
He would hit you with big fucking question marks or just ignore it and move on. He doesn't know the game. And he proved it with this live stream here. But the question needs to be asked, why? Why even lie about this in the first place? Again, this isn't something cool to people who don't play Path of Exile.
It's just like, it's just for the sake of stealing valor. That's why it's making it so pissed off. Like, you didn't have to do this. If you wanted to play games, you could just be like, okay, I'm new on this game and I'm gonna play it, and it doesn't matter if you're bad. But no, he just has to be the best at everything. He just has to have people think he's the best. Which, again, people say this is not a big deal and it's not gonna affect him. Chad, I think, this video, the Quinn's guy video, from what I've heard, has become very big in the gaming community. I'm pretty sure even Asmongold talked about it. He 100% lost a lot of respect in the gaming community from this. Again, people are going to say it doesn't really matter, but like, I think in the gamer streamer circle, it is just obvious now that like, I don't know. It's actually just, I don't know, it pisses me off a bit, like, come on.
But anyone who plays Path of Exile is going to recognize that you're a fraud. This is not your account. If he was honest about it, saying
people like watching people fail. Exactly. That's why people watch me when I play games. Genuinely, I'm so bad at every single game except like Sekiro, because that one I actually was good at. But I was very bad at the beginning, but I got good. But yeah, no, people like it, but like you have to actually be entertaining, I guess. Which, let's be for real, okay? From what I've heard from Moistcritikal, he's not the best at. But again, you could just either not do anything, or if you want to play games, you can just try to play it. People will still watch because it's him, even if he just sits there in silence and playing it and dies at it. It's just this desire to like lie to people that he's the best at things. And this is making me think that like many other things are lies, you know? Many other things. I'm like, no, you know.
I tried Path of Exile.
Like, you know, sorry to keep pausing. If you would lie about something so small and insignificant, like being good at a game, why wouldn't you lie about anything else?
I really liked it, but I don't have time to grind it, so I paid people to grind it for me. I think people would have a little bit more respect for that, as opposed to him cosplaying as one of the top players, pretending he's the one actually putting in the work and doing it, when he's definitely not.
And if you needed any more proof that Elon is 100% boosted, he was playing the game today inside of maps, blasting, while simultaneously on a X space.
He's just that good, bro. He's just playing while he's... he's just playing while he's at, you know... Where did it die? Perseverance? Level 97 died at position 7. No! No mames! The booster died! No! Oh, shit.
Yeah, R.I.P. So, Elon's account, Percy, did die, and in hardcore that is permadeath. And I'm not sure if it was Elon that died on it, or if one of the people he paid to boost it made a mistake while grinding. I'm not sure.
Someone got fired.
But I love the idea that it was Elon who bit the dust on it and bought the farm, because the people that actually put the hundreds of hours into getting this account so juiced
Oh wait, so it didn't die during the call. It died after. Oh my god. Imagine, oh my god, imagine he just, oh my god. Wait, imagine he saw that people were saying he's not actually good and he was like, I'll show them. Let me go do a hard map. And then, yo.
Wazoo are probably fucking furious. Like, they set Elon's maps aside, which are very easy maps for him to clear for the sake of flexing on Twitter with this account that they're actually putting the work into. And yet somehow this bumbling buffoon still finds a way to die on this overpowered character, just reverting all of their hard work to zero. It's just a beautiful thought, because they set aside easy maps for him. And maybe he got a little too big for his britches. Maybe what happened is he saw all the people, you know, calling him out for
Okay,
obviously
yes,
not
so
playing
that's
this game.
what
He's
I
like,
said.
I'll put on my
Pre-watch
big boy
moment.
britches and I'll do some hard content, and immediately just gets fucking washed, like just actually rinsed. I'm very excited to learn how exactly this account perished, because I feel like he'd probably mention it. You know, like what happened? What went so
You know,
wrong?
when you're top 12 in
Yeah,
the
I wanted to
world,
talk
maybe you'd
about
say
this a bit.
something.
It's such a weird, stupid thing to even lie about in the first place.
Exactly.
And yet, here he is telling blatantly.
Again,
obvious-
and again, I've said this like 5 times this stream, but to me, the most baffling thing is that he thought he would just be able to fool people with it. Because, chat, you know, some people said, oh, maybe he didn't try to fool people. But then, okay, why did he lie about it if he didn't? Clearly, he wanted to stream to show it because people were like, whoa. You know, again, I've seen tweets about it, and even I was like, okay, I'm not a big fan of the guy because of what he's done to Twitter, but all right. Let's say that, you know, at least he's a gamer. You know, I can respect that. But no. He really thought that just video games are such a simple baby thing that he can just hop in with zero knowledge and successfully fool people that he is at the top. It just actually is baffling.
His fibs, he's got all the money in the world and all of the insecurity imaginable.
That's crazy! Yeah,
He
you're
has
so
this
rich, bro!
Desperate, insatiable appetite
You
for
don't need
unconditional
this.
love from everyone. And in this pursuit, makes everyone hate him through being just a lying cringelord.
Bro.
Like, this is such an unnecessary lie to even tell. He just wants to be viewed as the smartest person to ever grace this fucking space rock that we live on.
Oh my god.
And the best at everything he even attempts to do, even when he's just not. He could have actually probably scored a ton of brownie points with gamers by saying, hey, Path of Exile 2 is a really good game. I'm learning it right now. Watch me stream the early game content. And people probably would have actually really applauded that, because he's playing it on his own 2 legs here. He's playing and learning it, and that could have been a really easy way to relate to gamers. Like, hey, this game's great. I'm going to start learning to grind it. I'm not very good right now, but if you want to check out my early game, here's the stream. And I bet it would have been received far better than this dog shit. He is poorly playing an account that has never actually been piloted by him. But it's an account with a lot of prestige because it's so high ranked, and that is like the most appealing thing to Elon. It's just it's nonsensical.
No, because Elon is perfect. He's the best at everything he touches. Yeah, he can't ever show any type of humanity. No, man, that's crazy. It's sad if you think about it. The richest man ever and still insecure, man. You can't buy confidence. Can't buy confidence. Can't buy humility. Can't buy morals, I guess, man. That's crazy.
Cringe, it's crazy.
Yeah.
That's about it. So, yeah.
Yep. Again, I started watching this today and I was like, what the fuck? No, you know, it's pretty insane. No, don't you think? Again, I don't know if this is like the best YouTube react, but this is for the heart. This is for my heart, chat. I wanted to show you this because I was shocked. Yeah, Charlie always says that's about it.
See ya. So, the Elon Musk gamer situation is crazy. That's about it. See ya.